What's up, guys? It's
John.
Jason.
Ken. We got Jay back. Welcome back, brother.
Thanks once again. It
Welcome
was
back.
another long ride here.
Yeah.
Another
A lot of
very-
traffic.
Yes, Jay texted us
brought another
before
pizza.
he got here, and he said, "This rain is causing so much traffic."
I did.
Meanwhile, it was
I
like
was-
sprinkles.
I was
I was
Drive-
2 minutes late.
I was driving in it too. I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah. All this rain. I'm like, I'm standing outside in my T-shirt. It seems okay.
You picture Jay up against the steering wheel.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Trying to buy some time.
Goddamn Teslas.
Yeah, but we're glad you're back here, buddy, and we're glad to be having some bourbon right here, man. We got this one I picked up from 52nd Liquors. That's up in the Catskills. That's my go-to liquor store up there. My buddy Pete, who runs the place, he suggested this one to me before, and I was like, I think I'm gonna pull the trigger this time, and I got it. This one actually won.
What's so funny?
My phone randomly goes off and it's my brother. You ever watch Big Little Brawlers on Max, the midget wrestlers? It's great.
Thanks, Joey. But this one actually won the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. It earned the esteemed double gold medal, solidifying its
Ooh.
reputation as a truly exceptional bourbon.
And where's this out of?
Good question. I feel like it's... John always asks something. It's a Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey.
There's no pigs in Kentucky.
Yeah, I know.
There's lots of them in
Well,
Tennessee.
there's probably
though.
some farms, but yeah, Tennessee. So, interesting story. I'll just read it real quick. Sometimes I just like to read it from the back of the bottle. Pegleg Porker Tennessee Straight Bourbon Whiskey is hand-selected by pitmaster Carrie Bringle. It is then finished with our unique hickory charcoal filtering process, giving it the signature Pegleg Porker taste. So, this guy, Carrie
Underwood?
Underwood, he lost his leg to bone cancer.
What if it's a girl?
What?
What if it's a girl?
I think they said he somewhere in there, but
Okay.
it says yes. Carrie lost his leg to bone cancer,
What if he used to be a girl?
and has built the
What if it's a
Pegleg
them?
Porker brand to show his zest for life, sense of humor, and love of great food and spirits. So he's a pitmaster. So he's kind of evolving things. So if obviously the name Pegleg, you see the pig on there. He's got the one leg.
I'm
that is
offended by
missing there, and and he's got the little fake leg, I guess.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, so it seems pretty cool.
It's a little light looking, right?
It is light looking, but I bet you it's good with barbecue.
That was
Yeah, I bet you
100
it
proof,
is.
correct?
I bet you make
so.
some good bourbon barbecue sauce.
90 proof, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
So the
it
burn rate should be a little...
should be
Do
smoother.
you still do the burn rate, or you're like really fancy now and you don't...
It smells good.
Yeah.
It smells different.
It,
smells like
it almost
honey.
smells like. I don't know. It's because I've read all that
Bacon.
description there, but it almost smells like a smoky kind of
does.
charcoaly kind of smell a little bit in there. Notes, but that could be just a mental thing.
Marshmallow? Burnt marshmallow?
I get the butcher shop at like the Amish country.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's try
It smells
Cheers.
clean. Like it smells
Yeah, it smells
nice.
nice. It does smell clean. That's a good word for it. Cheers. Jay can't wait. He's like, cheers the damn thing.
Cheers,
Fuck.
peg leg. It is very light.
Very
It
light.
is.
I get like
It's a nice
honey.
sipper.
Yeah,
It's like sweet.
It is.
it is sweet.
It's a nice sipper. Comes in.
Good.
I think I picked this up for like 47 or something.
I feel like you could drink half the bottle.
I'll drink this all night.
Yeah. They have different versions of it, higher age statements and everything that are definitely more money. But if I'm trying something for the first time.
What's the other one called? Third leg?
Ba-dum-bum.
All right, we're done.
Good night.
Good night. This was fun, Jay.
Now you should just duck down slowly behind the bar, curl out. See ya. This is very good. I like this.
Yeah.
I feel like you can drink that like you're watching a football game, hockey game, baseball game, whatever.
It's a good sipper. Yeah, absolutely.
just-
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Just peg legs.
And it's so these are aged for a minimum of 4 years, by the way, guys.
A minimum of 4 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could be 6, 8, 10,
Yes,
12, 15.
exactly.
You'll
They
never
don't
know.
know.
Exactly.
Or is
that-
it like four years in a day?
Is that usually
Could
because
be.
they blend it? Is that why they kind of...
Yeah, sometimes that's the case. Yes. You have to take the youngest age statement too, at least, when it comes to that. So you can have a blend. At least I think that's how it is with bourbon. I know that's the way it is with Scotch. You can have a blend, and you can have a 20-year-old whiskey mixed with a 6-year-old whiskey, and you can't call it a 20 because there's 6 mixed in. You have to call
it a 14.
No, you call it a 6.
You don't take 20 and subtract the 6.
No, it's like when we made the poor man's birthday bourbon episode, and we're like, do we call this a 1913?
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like,
It's not as popular as like the poor man's Pappy.
but is that like online where you looked it up?
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't make it up. Well, no, we made it up.
Because my impression was that the two Old Foresters weren't very, not expensive, but like, they're kind of normal.
Yeah.
So I was
They're
like,
not cheap enough to blend to make something different with it.
Well, I like the birthday bourbon
Just give
a
it-
lot,
and
and I
the-
just didn't think the
here's-
two of them
here's
would
the-
create that.
The
Did
thing,
it?
and I explained it
Well-
I explained it on the video, which you probably didn't watch.
I did not watch it yet.
But don't
I was
always
busy driving here.
don't always look at it as the percent, like trying to match the percent. Don't always look at it as like I'm getting cheaper stuff. All you're trying to ultimately do is replicate that
taste.
taste.
Did it though?
It was
Close enough, but it was good.
I think.
But
we
check out
got-
that episode, guys, if you want to learn more about that.
I think
I'll
we got
watch it.
closer
Well,
with the poor man's Pappy than we might have did
Yeah.
with the birthday bourbon.
And the poor man's Pappy, I can drink. I think
I like it.
more often. Like that's more of a go-to than the birthday bourbon.
See,
for
I
me.
think I liked the birthday bourbon we did because
Yeah.
it was sweet and I
Yeah.
liked it.
Now the poor man's Pappy, that was a 15-year supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it when we still you gotta have it somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Did you dump
Jay has tried it.
Oh, you
I
tried
have.
it?
Yeah.
I
No,
haven't
not
tried.
the Pappy. I
haven't tried the
birthday.
Oh, the birthday.
Birthday.
Yeah, no. You could try the birthday.
And what do you
absolutely.
call it? Poor.
Poor man's birthday bourbon. It was
Ta-da!
this one here.
Look at that.
Yeah, you like the label I made?
Yeah. It's very artistic.
Now we're gonna get sued by Poor Man's Poison. Using us poor man stuff.
Too much poor man's around here. But yeah, this is solid. I think it's all around good
I like
bourbon. I can see why they won that award. I think as a beginner bourbon drinker,
Yeah,
this would be
perfect.
fantastic for someone
Yeah.
that's just getting into it, because it's not like not super high proof.
I don't know if you can find it though, right?
I mean, I
I've
don't.
never
I feel
seen
like I've
this.
seen that.
Yeah?
I mean, I feel like I've seen something with a pig.
It could have been when you were in New York with me too.
No. Like when I go to like Total Wines and stuff, and I walk around.
It could. I'm not sure. Oh no, that's Whistle Pig probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig's expensive.
Depends.
Yeah, don't get
I
the boss
believe
hog.
there was. I'd have to look at my phone at the menu. They
Yeah.
offered one in the Bahamas. It was $95
It's probably that boss
It
hog.
might have been Boss
one.
Hog, yeah, which might have been a good deal actually. If it was,
Yeah.
for 2 ounces.
yeah,
It's like
well, not good for me.
$1 billion a bottle.
it's
Yeah.
expensive.
I think it's a little hype.
Yeah, that's the thing. And we went over that too about how much are you willing to spend on a?
Yeah.
Is it if you have a $2,000 bottle of bourbon and you have a $60 bottle of bourbon, that's pretty good. You can get like a Four Roses small batch select, which is a fantastic bourbon. Is that $2,000 bottle going to be how many times does 60 go into 2,000? Is it that much times better?
Right.
Is it?
Probably
It
not.
can't.
Probably not. Exactly. That's why sometimes I think I was just telling Jay before we were recording, I was like, I'm kind of done with getting anything that's super expensive. I don't even, unless I trade it.
You get
trade up.
disappointed.
You get disappointed. It becomes a dust collector because sometimes, especially when you don't want to open it because you're like, oh, that's an expensive bottle. I don't want to open it. You're almost just like, all right, I'm just like storage space here. I don't know. But, I mean, I have a couple, I can't lie, that are good. I have a couple that are open too, so,
Yeah. I know you have one that you recently got that's still closed. That I thought we were doing it this episode.
Oh,
I guess we'll
no.
wait for the middle guy not to be here.
It's a small bottle. We can only have with so many people with this. No, I'm joking.
Let's drink the whole bottle.
Jay, can you step out? For
Yeah, no, the double oaked. We'll be bringing this one soon from the Woodford.
When I'm not here.
When Jay's not,
That's what I said. Can you step out for a minute?
I even have my Woodford Reserve, nice Woodford Reserve glass here. But yeah, fantastic one.
I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I see it.
Yeah, well, if you want, I'm up in New York here and there. If either of you guys want a bottle of it, let me know. I can always
Yeah.
pick it up.
Yeah, we'll try it first.
And yeah, well,
Well, we just did.
yeah.
The double up?
Oh,
No,
you're
we're
not
talking
getting
about this, dude.
Ah,
You're not getting that.
I want to get that one.
Now that's Kentucky exclusive, man. You can't get that around here. But yeah, So tastes good. Little light in color, but that doesn't affect how it goes down. I think
I think I liked it.
if you were to call bourbon crushable, I hate that word, but
Yeah.
you use it for beer. I would say this is crushable. You can sip on this for
It really is.
for quite some time.
You
And,
know what I want
Or
with
chug
that?
it.
Like a thick slice of like bacon, like a thick slice of like candied
Oh,
bacon.
I love a nice thick slice of
Right?
candied bacon. Yes.
Very breathy on here.
So I got a brand new recipe for a bacon infused bourbon by our pal Jeff Nichols. He says he does it all the time, and he makes bacon bourbon old fashions with it, and he uses the $15 Fighting Cock. That's why he reached out to me. He goes, "That's my go-to bourbon when I'm
Wait,
making."
somebody
this.
commented?
Our buddy, he's been watching since the
So
beginning.
Jeff,
Oh,
I
I
have
didn't know that.
I have a question for Jeff regarding that, and
I got
and
the recipes and everything.
Maybe John could answer it because he's here. But when I think of bacon, I think fatty.
Yeah.
So does that fat kind of like float around inside the
Oily?
Yeah, I'm curious.
So I mean, I don't know if I should. I don't know if it's a secret thing. I don't want to give the details, but
Maybe you have to now.
there are. So
Now
he,
he's gotta
he gets
kill you.
nice thick bacon from the butcher, not even like not like Oscar Mayer.
Okay.
Cooks it in the oven, pours those juices into a jar with the whiskey, lets it sit, lets it freeze, lets it
Separates it.
separates it,
Gotcha.
So
And
it gets
then-
the
and then-
flavor.
and then strains it with a coffee filter back into the bourbon bottle.
Maybe we get a sample of that.
I believe I'm going to do it. I have the full bottle of Fighting Cock at home. I haven't
Yes.
touched it since we've done it.
But I might rather have Jeff's sample than your sample because I feel like he knows what he's doing.
Let's bring him on.
Yeah, yeah.
He'll have to take a ride with me one day, and he'll bring it with him.
Yeah.
But he says him and his wife, they make it all the time.
Yeah,
And he makes
sounds
the
good.
bacon. He uses a little bit of maple syrup when he makes the old fashions, and he makes a bacon bourbon maple old fashioned.
So that's
Sounds
like
good.
that sounds like a breakfast bourbon. I would call it breakfast bourbon. Actually, you have the bacon, you have the maple syrup, you have those
gotta
nice
be fucking fantastic.
bourbon flavors with that. Yeah, that sounds
I
good.
think I'd
That
like
sounds
to
good.
be there when
Yeah.
you guys do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to be there just when it smells like you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
yeah, sounds delightful. Oh, I'm hungry now.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a good old fashioned?
Yeah.
Let's go. See you guys. Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah. So in other news, today's going to be an episode that we're kind of going to talk about some news that's been going on, whatever. We hate sometimes though when we talk because we're a couple episodes in today, and sometimes we're like, do we want to talk about recent news because it might not be recent news. It might be recent news now, but not recent news in 2 weeks. But who knows? It seems like this is stuff that's going to be going on for a little while, so we thought it was safe to talk about. First and foremost, we wanted to bring up that Russian guy, which is Alexei
Lalas.
Navalny. He's a soccer player. Navalny, was it? It's
Navalny.
Navalny. Well, this he's basically known for protesting against Russia. He speaks out against Russia or had spoken out against
Alexei
Russia.
Navalny.
Never a good idea.
Yes. Hey, kudos to him, and I think he knew he was going to die eventually. He knew he was going to die eventually. He got poisoned the one time they had the video. It was on the news. He was like on a plane, and he was like moaning and screaming
He
because
got poisoned a few years ago, fled to Germany, on his way to Germany,
uh,
and the dum-dum got better and was like,
and then
we're going to go back to Russia.
Then he went back to Russia. That's some
They were
freaking.
waiting for him at the airport. He
He
didn't
had-
even make it.
That guy's got some brass balls, or he's stuck,
well,
or he's an
stupid.
idiot.
What was technically cause of death?
They don't.
They don't have
As
one.
of right now, while we're recording this, we do not know.
It's
But he died in prison.
Russian sudden death syndrome.
That happens all the time when you. Oh, I'm not allowed to say it.
No. So it's a thing they started doing in 2014 and 2017. A whole shitload of Russians just started dying, like upper Russian, like people started dying mysteriously, and they started calling it Russian death syndrome.
Is that what they called it with the mafia back in the day?
Yeah, the Italian death syndrome.
Yeah, the Italian death syndrome.
Yeah. You got a cannoli shoved right up his ass.
That's why I never say anything bad about John.
So, why go back to Russia? You knew what was going to happen. That's why I said. I mean, he's obviously wanted to make a point. He did.
That's the part I don't know what his purpose was. Was he going back for? What was he going back for?
I don't know. Why go back? You knew that
He heard the.
Might as well come here like everybody else.
He heard the chicken Kiev was delicious.
He's like, I can't leave the vodka.
Fuck. Fucking Germans.
don't,
They need to go back to the Soviet Union.
Putin's an ex-KGB. You don't screw with him. Not a good idea.
Putin, man.
Putin wasn't surprising. Putin personally did it. Went in there and he's like, "Now I fucking got you."
Yes. Yes. Well, the thing is, they showed the video of him like that day or something, that morning or whatever.
He was like cracking up.
He's like
joking.
laughing with the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Then he went for a walk, and I believe he collapsed while he was
Yeah.
walking, and they brought back to the jail, and he just never woke
And
up.
here's the thing.
And they won't give up his body.
They won't give up his body. That's the thing. If they're not, and his wife and his mother, they're like pleading, like, listen, the guy, he can't do any harm to you. He is dead. He can't do.
because they're going to do their own autopsy. They're going to drain
Exactly.
everything inside of him.
Yep.
They're going to give him back skin.
Yes. Or they'll incinerate him and say, "Here's his ashes."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and
Was that Russia too? That reporter that mysteriously went missing, that was speaking against whatever. Was that in Russia? Or was
there's
that
quite a
somewhere
few,
else?
Jay. Yeah.
No,
There's
so many cases of that.
Like a couple, like a
Yeah.
year or two ago.
Yes, there's quite a few, and if you speak out against it, even you see when you have these protesters, they're getting arrested left and right, and they're just, I mean, what does that tell you about freedom of speech there? It's just not a
Well,
thing.
Yeah.
doesn't exist there.
It doesn't exist there,
It
exactly.
barely exists here.
Yeah. Yes, I know, right? Think about it. Look at what everything. I mean, recently in recent news, who are the real crooks? Really, if we want to talk about America here, who are the real crooks?
Richard Nixon. I am not a crook.
But
It was like it was motorboat.
and once again, it doesn't matter your political affiliation. We're not blind people. We see everything. We see what's going on. Look at what happened with Trump recently. With they want to seize his building. Now he wanted to seize his assets. So basically, they're
He's
saying
got to give up $343 or $40 million.
Well, he had that sneaker line, so if he sells enough sneakers, did you hear about that? Did you see that?
The Trump
Sold out like immediately.
he's got to get Kanye in on that or something, you know, like his Yeezys or whatever.
because he overvalued his properties.
Yes.
Oh, it's just nonstop.
Well, if he overvalued his. Okay, did he murder someone?
Did
Did
he
he
even sell his property? No, he still owns it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he? Yeah. Exactly.
I'll buy it at that low
That's
price.
insane.
If you overvalue something, don't you just pay more taxes on it?
Yeah.
true.
Exactly. You're giving the government more money.
I mean, isn't some of the stuff that's happening right now like so obvious
I'm
that like
sure there's more to it that we don't.
Yes. Yes. We're no
No,
experts on this, but yes, it is.
yeah, but it's every week, every 2 weeks.
or
It's
that
like,
with that. What's that woman that sued him or whatever for the?
not my type.
He is an idiot. Some of the shit he says, man. Come on, man.
It's funny.
And or when he saw the picture of
I've
her,
never seen her.
That's
Never
my
seen
ex-
that woman in my life.
That's my ex-wife.
There's a picture of him like
Yeah.
he's got her bent over.
But I mean,
Can you do that again?
But we're talking.
Almost knocked the bottles over.
We're talking. They awarded what was it? They awarded her more money than she asked for. They're like, no, we want to screw him even more. Come on, like I said, you don't have to be Republican. You don't have to be Democrat. You don't have to be
It's-
anything. Just look at this people.
It's the
Now there's-
hypocrisy of that. If it went the other way, they'd be like, "Oh, he's running, and it's obstruction." And
Who's the crook? Who's the crook when they're taking? We're gonna take his building. We're gonna take this. We're gonna take that. Who's the real crook in this?
there's evil people out there.
Now they're saying that he's been using his campaign money for his finances for like his lawsuits and stuff.
I'm
Oh,
just
no
surprised.
shit,
like,
he's got no money left.
his kids must be actually pretty good kids if they can't find anything. Like
Well,
this
they
is the
got
first
fined
thing that
too.
they got him, but
Yeah,
like they
got
can't.
$2
like,
million each, and he got 343.
And they said, well,
They whipped out their wallet, like $2 million. Is it?
Yeah, well, they said they're like, "Look, honestly, we didn't even know. We have accountants for this stuff.
Yeah, they probably don't know.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know that this happened. It's like any average person that says the accountant comes, okay, this is just basically this and this and this. Just sign here, and you're like, okay.
I like how everything's a fact until someone's doing cocaine in the White House, and it's like the cameras were down.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is pretty crazy. So now, New York, basically, from what I've been hearing, the word through the grapevine is it's screwed now, because you have people. Look at Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful. He actually said, "I'm not doing any business in New York anymore."
Yeah, is he the one that pulled out? Him and more Cuban, right? Or leaving the show?
Cuban is.
He's not.
I'm not sure about Kevin yet. But he's like, I don't even want to do business in New York.
Think about like, and
because it's corrupt.
New York is getting
It's getting very corrupt.
nuts.
but think about it. Like me and you used to go to Manhattan, New York, where you guys used to go to bars, breweries all the time. Now I'm like a little more hesitant. I'm like, it's a
Yeah, I just don't want to.
shithole.
Yeah, it's a shithole. I don't
know,
want to go in there.
I know.
anymore.
But
I
you
don't want to
can't-
look at it from my front yard.
Yeah, but you can't blame the small business owners for any
No.
of it, though. You know, you
Not
almost
at all.
want to help them more because they're getting screwed, probably.
Well, let's make it a sanctuary city and then complain when there's too many.
Fucking sick.
Well, that was Adam's fault. Adam screwed up. He
Yeah.
screwed up.
And he knows because he's kicking himself now.
Yes.
He's kind of admits it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, bring them, bring everyone.
We love
Yeah.
it. Bring
Yeah.
it.
And I was like, I don't know what to do.
How's that going?
Please stop bringing them.
Is there a party that almost wants it to burn? Like, you know what?
If that
Screw
city,
it.
if that city
Well, for John,
sank to the fucking ocean floor, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, it's sad though.
I'm ready to move where I live,
Yeah.
just so I don't have to look at it anymore.
Well,
The only person I'll miss when I move is you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So I think the whole thing with the immigration is a big problem now, and
It's out of control.
I think, but now it has become a little political now, where, like I think
It's like the fucking purge.
we've talked about this. I think, John, where we
I don't want to do this one.
All right, let's do something else.
we've talked about this, how the way it's the way it should have been presented by Trump was, he basically said, I don't want him to fix it because I want to use this as something basically against him in the election. What he should have said was, if he wanted to do it right, and say, I don't like what he's proposing. I believe what I can propose will be better. Let's wait until I'm elected into office and let's see what I can do. Because then in that case, you're not necessarily making it political. You're saying, I think what I want to do is going to work out better for us. But it seems like it's kind of obvious that he's doing it maybe for political reasons, you know.
Everything
The
is
new
political.
governor came in firing. Like, she got a pair of balls on her that she's a ball dropper. that chick, man, she's
Hochul?
trying to prove a point.
Hochul?
Is that who she is? Hochul?
Yeah, she stepped in for.
Cuomo.
Cuomo.
Corrupt
And now
Cuomo.
she's the
Yeah.
one. Her
Well, what
getting
did-
the attorney
I wanna know,
general.
What
to
did
just
Cuomo do though that pissed them off? Because they always stick together, and they all of a sudden
Oh, it
he
was all the
out.
sexual
He was
stuff.
touching people.
Yeah, he was.
once you
They
start
would
touching,
cover that too.
yeah, once you start touching people and it gets out,
Yeah.
it don't matter. You just gotta cut ties.
He's like the Matt Lauer of freaking the government.
Anthony
you know?
Weiner.
Yeah, he's a Weiner. Yeah, Weiner.
Well,
Your
let's
time.
Yeah, let's take a time out.
let's
real
take
quick.
a time out. This one is called Ball Dropper.
And it is from foreigners out in Ontario, Canada. When I was there, we were talking about last week, where I went up to Canada, grabbed one of the beers so they could try something a little different, because we always drink an other half and local New York, New Jersey beers.
What's this place called?
It's right down there on this
Beyond
Beyond
the
the Pale.
Beyond the Pale Brewing Company from Ottawa, Canada, Ontario.
So some of their beers, their IPAs, were missing the mark a little bit. So
Oh, it says IPA. I was gonna say, what does it say? What is it? It's
I
just
have
says
not tried this one yet.
B-I-E-R-E. It's a beer.
Yeah.
I have not tried this yet.
It's 6.8%. The can's pretty cool. Ball Dropper. I guess this is a. It's got Galaxy, Idaho, Simcoe.
I smell pineapple on that big time.
I guess it's a New Year's.
Oh, that's fruity, man.
Yeah, right?
Definitely pineapple.
No, like I said, let's see how this one is. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers to the microphone.
Bong.
Smells like the dog I was just petting.
All right.
That wasn't a dog.
Ooh, it's got a nice bitter. It's got a bitter finish.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad.
What's that? Is that the dog?
It's like a reverse burp.
Yeah, went in.
Hold it in. Hold it in. Hold it in.
That's going to come out later as a part.
Damn microphone.
What was the ABV on this again?
6.8.
6.8.
What happens if I put a drop of water in
I wouldn't do that.
The gremlin jumps out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good for a Canadian beer.
Yeah.
It's not Foster's, but
it? Eh?
It's not American.
Foster's, right?
Foster's
That's
is
Australian.
Australian.
Australian beer.
It's Australian for beer. Doesn't mean it's Australian. I don't even think it's Australian.
Is there like a World Day? We should do something like from
Like we are the world.
every
Did you watch that?
continent.
It's on my list. It's
I
next.
heard it was
watched
good.
it.
It's on my
Good,
next,
right?
next on my list.
Was it good?
It was very, dude. Like, it's weird to see Michael Jackson, like
Not touching someone.
well, no, it's just to see how he was then during that time, and
he was still
Happy.
black at
like
that time.
any normal but any normal person, if they met him on, say he was just a regular guy,
Yeah.
and they met him on the street, they'd be like, "What
the fuck
is
is up with
with
this
this?"
guy?
He's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I think that we should do it like this, maybe," and you're like,
But if you don't want it, that's okay.
It's okay."
Did you watch them ask Dan Aykroyd? They're like, Dan Aykroyd, the fuck were you doing there?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why was Dan Aykroyd there?
Yeah, why was he? Because Ghostbusters was big in the
Blues Brothers.
Oh, Blues
recently,
Brothers.
and he was there doing something already by the set, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you want to get in on this?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, sure. But dude, they spent like the whole
Yeah.
night. So the way it worked. Not to give too much away. The reason it worked because there was like American Music Awards at the time.
Yes, that's why Billy Joel was there.
Everyone came for the awards, and they said, "This is the only way we're going to get all these people out
Yeah.
here at the same time."
Yes.
So they actually recorded it after the ceremonies,
Oh, really?
and they did. They said they were there throughout the whole day, the whole night into the morning doing
Oh, wow.
this. Yeah,
did not know that.
it's a good watch.
I'm gonna listen to that on Spotify.
After you're
We
done
are
watching it,
the
yes, it's in your head.
are the
We
world.
are the children.
I just like when Stevie Wonder comes in.
Place, so let's start giving.
Let's start giving.
Oh, that was good.
Look at all the
Stevie,
spike-
do you even
look at
know
all the
you're there?
spikes here. Oh, God.
Speaking of documentaries, though, I don't know if you guys talked about this on the podcast because I didn't listen to the last one.
All right.
But that American Disaster, I think it's called, where there's a
Where the-
couple
where
and
the
they're
girl
being
gets
accused.
kidnapped?
Yeah.
American.
you see that?
I forgot what it's called.
Last American Virgin.
Yeah.
Oh
Did you watch
I
that?
did watch that. Yeah.
Interesting, right? I
you
didn't know
watch
who
that,
to
Ken?
believe.
no,
You're probably not gonna.
I don't know.
I mean,
Uh,
don't give it away too much, but just say it's a bizarre story that's
A girl-
not very
A
believable.
girl gets kidnapped in the middle of the night from her home.
Mm-hmm.
And the
there's, like,
story's just
ski
fucking-
goggles on.
The story's whacked
Bizarre.
out of
Gory.
No, it's just a documentary, and they just them talking about it. But the story is so
and
unbelievable.
with
it sounds
the
made up.
police and
Nobody believes
I think
them.
Maria would like to. Like, I think
Is
you
it
should
based on?
watch
It's
it.
a true story though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They were just on.
But I didn't, do you
a
remember that
daytime
being
TV
in the
the other day.
news? Like, I don't remember
My
that
wife said she
happening.
does. I don't.
Yeah.
But they were just on like
It's
daytime
definitely a
television
good
the other
watch.
day. Oh yeah. It was,
yeah.
At the end though, I was so unfulfilled
It was-
because
yeah.
it's like everything.
Yeah.
But it was what, 3 episodes, I think, maybe 45 minutes long, something about something like that.
Like Bob Dylan. Like Bob Dylan comes out of nowhere. And he's oh no, that's Bruce, right? Bruce when he's got like he's taking a shit.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a serious question that might be really dumb, but I never, because when you were doing the Stevie Wonder thing,
It's kind of dumb, yeah. But what do you want to say?
Why does he do this?
Roy Orbison, was he blind or not blind? I really don't know.
Roy Orbison was
No, he wasn't blind.
Because he always wear those thick freaking glasses.
That was
No.
his image, man.
He
No,
wasn't.
that's his thing.
He wasn't blind.
No.
No,
Oh, I always thought he was blind.
no. He died at a
And Frank was blind and deaf.
He died of eye cancer.
deaf and
I don't know.
blind and dumb and born to. All right.
Your brother will like that.
They should redo that with like people now.
The Tool song?
No, like We Are the World with like
Yeah.
newer. Like imagine like Kanye and like
No, they should have like piece of shit
like
celebrities.
David
that suck.
Draymond from like Disturbed and
Yeah. It would never be the same. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It would never be
Like
the same.
Kim Kardashian and like.
no, she's not a music star.
I know,
Because remember
that's
they
what I'm
tried
saying,
that
it's
with
terrible.
So the guy who created that was behind all of this is the same guy who was behind Band Aid, and they tried a Band Aid version too. I think
Who's behind Band Aid?
Band Aid is the Christmas song. Do
Rockin'
they
around.
know it's Christmas
Oh, yeah, that's right.
time?
It's got that high pitched 70s sound.
It's Christmas. So that he was the same one behind.
And that was for like charity or
We Are the World.
raising money or.
Yes, it was basically it was pretty cool. So the guy did a speech before they even started doing this, and like just to get everyone hyped. This is what we're doing, people. This is what it means to the world. This is what and you get hyped watching it.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. Lionel Richie, what a stand up guy, man. He seems like he's a cool dude, and because he was one of the people behind it as well.
Yeah.
And
I remember in the video he was always like the guy maneuvering.
he had on the door of the place he
not
taped up.
disturb.
It said, "Leave your ego at the door," because it was going to be all the all these people. and
Yeah, they were
this-
all big shots. man.
Yes, yeah, and the other guy, what's his name, who sang was behind it, Daylight Coming.
Oh yeah, who was that? Manili Vanilli?
Harry Belafonte.
Belafonte.
Yeah.
So listen to this. At the end of it, I mean, you have all these people. You have Ray Charles. You have all these big.
Ray Charles was there too.
Yes.
Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
Holy
So
And Roy
We've
Orbison.
been bumping into each other.
So Stevie Wonder was
sorry. We are so sorry.
It's interesting because Stevie Wonder was actually helping him. You watch him. He was helping him, walking him to the bathroom.
You
all
just said
that stuff.
watching him.
and I know. And someone actually said someone made a joke, and it really is the blind leading the blind, right?
Maybe that's where it came from.
Bathroom's over here.
Yeah. But then after they finished, they started because they wanted to give a shout out to Belafonte, and then they started singing. Everyone was singing "Daylight Coming." Yeah, it was good.
Imagine
man.
they really weren't blind and they're just like, no, you can get changed in front of me. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'm blind and gay. You can just take your clothes off.
Well, that's what Michael did in front with the little kids. I'm blind. Just take your clothes off. So, but back to what we were saying regarding everything. Where's the corruption though? Where's it really at? Where does it stand? You know, I mean, as far as
Yeah, it's a scary world out there.
it is.
There's just
It's going to be an interesting. I am hyped to watch this election. I think it's going to be
there's
so
no
entertaining.
there's no debates or anything, so there's nothing like
They're really not doing debates, huh?
because Biden can't speak. Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah. Well,
Did you hear what Portnoy said? Barstool's guy.
what do you say?
They asked him like, "So what do you think of Biden?" He goes, "The guy's a walking vegetable." I was like, "Whoa." That was a pretty funny line.
Well, he's pretty outspoken with that. I remember he interviewed Trump too that one time.
I just want to know, like,
That was
who's,
awesome. When he did it, he was so grateful too.
like, who's running the show?
Stevie Wonder.
You think so?
He's blind to what's going on.
Hmm.
You seen Stevie Wonder's new piano? Neither has he.
Did you just pull up
I
a
like
bunch of
that
Stevie Wonder jokes?
Wait, you looked that up? Is that what you were doing?
You know what Stevie Wonder's mother did for him as a punishment for as a kid? She rearranged the furniture.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
Good night.
Check, please.
Is this thing on?
I started watching.
We're too serious with the other shit. We
I
gotta
know.
Start making fun of Stevie Wonder.
I started watching because your father was on it, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, right?
Oh my God! For like a half a second.
Oh, he was. You gotta let me know which episode it is.
I don't
stop
even know.
watching the
I've
rest
never
of
watched it.
Yeah, oh. I'm curious to see. John's dad does
He did, yeah.
little what
It was like a background.
yeah, like an extra, I guess.
Extra, yeah.
In what?
Yeah. And quite a few things,
He
right?
did robot chicken.
Robot
Mr.
Chicken,
Robot,
yeah.
something.
A voice?
He did. Was that the one with Christian Slater? What's the one with Christian Slater? Mr. Robot?
That's
Your dad was in Gleam in the Cube?
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's Mr. Robot.
Who's the
yeah,
Chinese
yeah,
guy?
Robot Chicken, something different. That's a
Okay.
Yeah, that's like Seth Green.
Whatever whatever the Christian Slater one was.
Yes, Mr. Robot. I think.
Because he was online getting food. All he cares about is the free food,
Why not?
and he gets a paycheck for it.
Yeah.
And he
And
said Christian
residuals.
Slater was on the phone behind him, and he had no clue who he was. My dad's guy. He doesn't know who these people are. And he was talking on the phone. He was so loud, and he's like, he was right behind me. And he turned around. And he goes, "Can you talk somewhere else? Like you're right in my ear." And the guy was like, "I'm so sorry. And he walked away. And the people there were like, "What the fuck? Like, you don't do that." He's the
That's
star of the
awesome.
freaking show. That's Christian.
Well,
and
actually,
my dad's like, I don't know who that is.
He's not he wasn't the star. Of
I think he did Blue Bloods. He did something else. My father, but he's always in something like maybe his elbow.
Yeah.
You see him just in the train station, just like walking across.
That's awesome.
That sounds like fun.
But like, does
But
he
you're
volunteer
there.
for that, or
no?
like,
No,
it's
they
just
call
random?
him. They
Oh,
call him. Yeah, and he's got to go to Brooklyn, and he's there for like 10 hours. They gave him a speaking part once. It was like a word, but he had to, and he kept messing it up, and they gave him somebody
Oh,
else.
because that's what gets paid the most. Though
Yeah.
they say if you talk any bit,
Yeah.
you get like a much
Really?
much bigger paycheck. Yeah.
I remember the one kid I knew from Rutherford, Jeff Wysocki, was on. Remember Rupert from Letterman? He did he would go out and they would talk to people on the street.
Oh yeah.
He gets a check still, like every
Every time they play us.
every time it replays, he gets like a check for
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, $56 or something.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Well, maybe one day when we make it and you come on, you'll get a check.
Wait, well, I'm not getting paid?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, this is all pro bono.
damn it.
We are the world.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just thinking that I want to find exactly where your father is on there, so I can just watch it until because I'm not
I'll ask
really.
him. I'll ask him.
I've been watching it. I think it was the first or second episode was good because she took her top off on the stage.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Episode 1.
she's nice.
What are you talking
I've
about?
never. I don't know what she looks
Mrs.
like. I don't know who
Maisel,
it is.
marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
My wife watched it,
I
but
don't know anything about it.
She was her husband had
AIDS?
said that she was leaving her, and she he was doing comedy. He was horrible, and she basically got pissed off. Went to the comedy club and just to prove a point that she could do things better. He wasn't there. She was drunk and she was on stage, and she was just like basically ranting and everything like that. And then she's like, "Why would he leave these gorgeous breasts?" And then like pulls her thing down. I was like, "Whoa!
Whoa!
Are you serious,
Was your
Clark?
wife in the room with you?
Those were gorgeous."
Look,
no.
no lines.
Did you pause? Did you press pause?
I can see why they call her marvelous. But yes, yeah. But that was. I mean, hey, I'm giving it away, but to all the guys out there, maybe they'll watch it now.
Just the first couple episodes.
Yeah, just like the first episode or something. I think it was the first or second episode. I forget which one.
It was like the first episode at like 16:42.
Yes, exactly. So put a timestamp on that. Yeah,
Bookmark.
yeah. But yeah, man. Hopefully everything gets sorted. It's
hope so.
sad to hear what happened to. I mean, the guys. Why did he go back to Russia? I don't know why he did it. I don't know why.
Everything's falling apart, man. Look, goddamn migrants are even beating up the cops in New York City.
Yeah, dude,
They're
what's
not
that
even
about?
they're not even appreciative anymore.
Yeah, like if I went first and foremost, if I went to a country that did not want me, then most people say, no, I want. If you're gonna come to this country, do it right. Do whatever you have to do it right. And I went to one of their countries and started beating up on their cops and spitting at them and doing all
Giving
this.
the middle finger.
Like who? I would
Their-
never in my right mind.
Their
ever-
prison life is worse than ours.
Yeah.
You know what? They're gangs. That's what they're here for. They're here to cause trouble.
Yeah.
They're not here looking for
Doesn't everything seem like it's like almost
work at Taco
purposely-
Bell or.
And then they got
they're-
being
released. They got released.
Yeah, 'cause
whatever.
everyone's corrupt.
Screw it. They say, oh well, they can't because they're not citizens. It makes it more difficult. No, screw it. You're not a citizen. We're gonna keep you here for whatever.
They're not a citizen. They're not accounted for.
Yeah.
Burn them at the stake.
John,
at the stake.
I remember this was a while ago, like 10 years ago. I remember watching a video, and it was in Brazil, and a guy committed a crime, but he didn't have a trial or anything. They took him behind the cop car and shot him in the back or wherever they
Do
shot
that.
him. Like
It's like Singapore.
Start chopping
Here
off
it's
toes
like-
or something.
here, it's like nothing. You get nothing.
Yes.
Don't do it again, bud.
There's no consequences. Did you see that recently though? Well, once again, this episode. It was the guy. He like murdered some woman in like Arizona or something, and she didn't. He had to be extradited to New York, and I don't know if it was a mayor or governor or whoever it was like, I don't want to send him to New York. She's like, I want to take care of him here because she's like, if I send him to New York, they're gonna just let him go.
Oh, is this the guy Reese who just killed the lady in the hotel?
Yeah.
They found him a couple days later in
Yeah.
Arizona, and he even said it when he pulled over. He's like, "I'm famous. Look me up. I killed somebody in New York. I'm wanted."
Oh, really?
It's like he wanted to get caught. They said he was like just completely nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, 'cause they're like, we don't even want to send them to New York because they feel like justice won't be
New
served.
York's got it's got a shitty reputation.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the problem. You let people go too easy. People are more, they're braver now to commit crimes. They're like, I don't care. What's going to happen to
Breaking
me?
into people's houses and
Yeah.
stealing key
Listen,
fobs.
you stay here. You move to Ottawa. I'll move to
Is
the
that where
Bahamas.
you're going?
No, I'm gonna go Bahamas. You go to Ottawa. Kenny's
Oh.
in the middle, and we'll all vacation at each other's houses.
Yeah.
I want to go to the Bahamas.
All right, I'll go to Ottawa.
I want to go to Utah.
All right. On that note, guys, I think we're going to wrap this one up.
Shout out to the Pigmeister,
Peg leg porker.
Peg Leg.
Awesome. Really like that one.
I
What
like
about
I
a
liked it
shout
better the
out
second time
to,
around.
that bacon infused.
Shout out Jeff Nichols. Yeah, I told him
Yeah.
we're gonna do his bacon thing.
Yeah, we
got
got to do that.
I
Definitely.
want to be there.
And shout out to this
Beyond the Pale Brewing Company.
Beyond the Pale.
The Flash series. Dropping ball drop.
You got to flash the
King
ball.
of the universe.
Shout out to We Are the World.
We are the world, and we are the children.
We are. We're
Yeah.
here to make a brighter day.
So let's start giving.
Let's start giving.
Yeah.
We should just sing the whole song right now.
Yes.
As we're leaving.
I think we'll lose followers now. We just talked about like having subscribers.
little,
recently.
You be Cindy Lauper.
I can't hit those notes. You were hitting them before.
Oh,
Cheers,
God.
guys.
Oh, I drank all mine.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers to you guys.
Peace.
Bye.